Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to jump right into this video. It is a very exciting day. I have here before me Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 4, the Shout Factory box set. This is the first Shout set of Shaw films that I personally have purchased from, what did I say? Shout already? Shout Factory? They've released, I think, 4 or 5 in like the last 8 or so months. They're just like pumping out these films. When I saw the list of films that were going to be in this one, I was like, I have to get that one. I was like on the fence about a lot of the previous ones, and when I saw the listing for this, I was like, I'm buying it. I have to get it. I bought it from the Shout Factory website, and so I got the poster along with it. It says here it's 19 hours and 48 minutes long, so it shouldn't take too long to get through. So let's just jump into it. This is just going to be kind of like an unboxing. As you can see, I haven't opened it yet. I did peel the plastic a little bit on the bottom because I didn't want to take forever ripping it open on camera. But here's the front. This is what you see when you open the box. And then spine. Let's take the plastic off, and then we can see it better. There we go. And there are 12 movies in this set. It's 6 individual plastic cases within the box, which you can see here. And there's the... I really like this back cover because it shows you the information for each individual film. It has a little image for it, and I don't know, it's just, I think it's very like clean, and I like it a lot. And then we have this is the spine here, so if you're putting it on a shelf like that, I guess this is what you'll see on display. So let's get into what is in here. And then I ordered this from the Shout Factory website. So if you order things directly from Shout Factory, sometimes you get like little bonus things. So I got an extra poster there. So, and I should also say this is an interesting set for me because like half of these movies are among my like favorite Shaw films ever. And then like the other half of them I don't think I've ever seen. So it's a really interesting mix. So Rebel Intruders I've never seen. Two Champions of Shaolin is a favorite of mine. And I put that on my list of 10 essential Shaw films. It's one of my probably like top 5 or 10 Chang-Cheh films. It's probably like a top 15 or 20 Shaw film for me. It actually made my list of 250 favorite Hong Kong films, I did 100 favorite Hong Kong films, excuse me. I did my 250 all-time favorites. Those lists are on Letterboxd. I'll put a link to my Letterboxd in the description of this video. But this movie made the cut, and I love Two Champions of Shaolin. It's like a very kind of like bare bones, just brutal revenge movie where like it starts off with like an event happening, and then people just are getting revenge against each other back and forth for the whole movie, and it's really remorseless and bloody and violent and kind of like classic Chang-Cheh. And so here you have the individual artwork here for Rebel Intruders, and it gets its own disc, and then Two Champions of Shaolin gets its own disc here and the artwork, and then you also get the box set branding on the discs there. And this is the back with the information. There's new bonus material on here, like there's commentary tracks and other things of that nature. I'll put a link to the Shout Factory website in the description of this video so you can come. So you can go check it out. This is the disc where I was like, okay, I'm buying this set, hands down, no question, because Black Lizard is one of my all-time favorite Shaw Brothers films. And like, again, that's another one that made my list of my 100 favorite Hong Kong movies. That's a Chor Yun film. I just love that movie. It's like a little bit, it's not like really hard to describe, but it's like a period piece gothic like Hammer Films type of mystery that may or may not have supernatural elements in it. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin the plot of the film, but it has this kind of like Shakespearean element too, of like all of these betrayals and like double crossing and secret identities and all this stuff. But then it also has this totally nutso zaniness to it that reminds me of, this is going to sound crazy, it reminds me of Scooby-Doo. Like one of those crazy Scooby-Doo plots where they're like, is it a ghost? Is it just a guy in a mask? I don't know. But I love that movie. And I've actually never seen Legend of the Fox. So that's one that's new to me. And so I'm very excited to check that out. And I love the tone and the ambiance of Black Lizard. So if these are paired because they have similar ambiances, then I imagine, I don't know how they decided to pair them and like what their criteria was. So you had Chor Yun, wrote and directed Black Lizard, and then Chang-Cheh is the director of Legend of the Fox, and I should tell you, Rebel Intruders that's another Chang-Chi film, and Two Champions of Shaolin is a Chang-Chi film, so I'm sure I will enjoy both of those. So what do we have on the next disc? Yes, okay, this is like the most banging double feature I have seen in a hot freaking minute. House of Traps, which is I haven't seen that movie in about 10 years. I've only seen it once, but I freaking loved it when I watched it. So I'm really excited to watch it again. And then we have Macked Avengers, which is just a freaking absolute classic. And, you know, if you know Shaw Brothers films, you'll obviously know that film. A lot of people consider that to be among their favorite Shaw Brothers films, Chang-Chi films, whatever. Yeah, it's just like a really, really good movie. So, this is House of Traps. I have a number of times I have come very close to buying the House of Traps release that 88 Films put out, because they put it out for Region B, and I saw it at one point for like £7 or £10 on sale. I came really close to buying it. I regretted not buying it, and now I'm very happy that I have it in this set, dude. It's Friday today as I'm filming this. Now I just want to go home and watch Shaw Brothers movies all weekend, dude. Masked Avengers is so fun. So fun. That was one of the earlier Shaw films I saw, and it was just I had so much fun watching that movie. This is Region A, by the way, too. And something else I should mention that might bum you out, because some people have mentioned it online being bummed out by it, is they will not ship these abroad. Which is to say that Shout Factory, if you buy directly from them, will not ship these to other countries. However, I think you can maybe buy them from distributors who will send them to you. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I did buy directly from Shout Factory, as I said, which, as you can see, I got an extra little goodie here, which I will show off when I'm done with the discs. But so here we have the Sword Stained with Royal Blood and 5 Element Ninjas. So 5 Element Ninjas is a movie I've actually shown to other people, because it's it almost has this Andy Sidaris element of being like, it's so violent and bloody and insane. And you're like, what is going on in this movie? Like, people are literally being ripped limb from limb and being sliced to pieces. There's blood everywhere. Like, it is so nuts and so over the top and violent and ridiculous that it's just like, it's impossible not to love that movie. And then Sword Stained with Royal Blood, I genuinely can't remember if I've seen that film before. I kind of don't think I have, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm actually really excited to revisit it and to see whether or not I have seen it. Because like I said, I don't think I've seen it, but genuinely I cannot remember. And then, I mean, come on, dude, 5 Element Ninjas, excuse me. Yeah, I'm really excited to revisit this one. It's just, I remember the first time I saw this movie, and the first time that someone got all their rims lipped off, there was blood flying everywhere. I was like, wait, what? And I'm almost positive I made my brother watch it with me one time when he came out to visit me. But it's just a crazy, crazy movie. Okay, so what do we have on the next disc? Okay, so the Shaolin Prince, now this director's name is Tong Kai. And he directed, I believe, a total of 3 films in his career. Or maybe he made 3 Shaw Brothers films. He made very few films. And these 3 films, the 3 films he made that I know are Shaw films, are on this set. And they are these 2, Shaolin Intruders and Shaolin Prince. And then Opium and the Kung Fu Master, which is on this other disc, which I will talk about in a second. I've seen 2 of them. I've seen Shaolin Prince, which is insane. It's insane. It's like the exact kind of movie where, like, when you're trying to explain to someone the insanity of Shaw films and of old school martial arts films and like the kind of the nuttiness of Hong Kong movies when they're unfamiliar with them, this is like exactly the kind of movie you're talking about. It's just nuts. There's no other way. It's just batshit insane. And then Shaolin Intruders, I actually have not seen. So that's the one of his I haven't seen. And multiple people have told me since this set was announced that that's actually their favorite film of his. I really like Opium and the Kung Fu Master. I'll talk about that when I get to the next disc. But I'm really excited to check out Shaolin Intruders and see what it's like. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong about this in the comments, now that I'm looking at the picture here, I think that Shaolin Prince is the film that has one of the most insane weapons I have ever seen in any movie ever, which is like a palanquin or whatever they're called, like the thing that you carry royalty on, where you put them on your shoulders and you carry them around. It's like one of those, but it transforms in like 50 different ways into all these different weapons. You're like, what is going on? And every time you think that scene can't get more insane, it gets more insane. Now, again, I might be wrong about that, but if I remember correctly, that's that movie. So the discs are reversed here, which is actually kind of fun. I like that look. So Shaolin Prince here. And then we have Rebel Intruders, or Shaolin Intruders, excuse me, over here. And that brings us to the final disc, in the set, which is a 50-50 for me. I have seen Opium and the Kung Fu Master before. I think I actually have a digital copy of that movie that someone sent me at some point. And then Holy Flame of the Martial World. So Opium and the Kung Fu Master is a really interesting movie to me in the way that a lot of Hong Kong movies are really interesting in that it has like totally zonked out, ridiculous WTF, like slapstick comedy in it. That's like, it's like beyond Three Stooges. It's like the corniest type of corny comedy you can imagine. And yet it also has like really brutal, violent, extremely sad tragedy like happening side by side. And it's a film that looks at opium addiction, drug addiction, people who sell drugs and benefit from the misery of others, and this guy who's trying to stop that, and it looks at it in a really serious, brutal, violent way while also being like, ah, isn't this funny, silly comedy? It's insane. Now, Holy Flame of the Martial World, I have not seen, and that is a film where when I tell people I haven't seen it, they're like, wait, what? Holy shit, you haven't seen that movie? That movie is like right up your alley, and you have to see it immediately. So I'm really, really excited to have Holy Flame of the Martial World. But then also really excited to be able to revisit Opium and the Kung Fu Master. I think the last time I watched Opium and the Kung Fu Master was either 2017 or 2018. It was around when I started the job I currently have. So it was probably about 5 years ago. It was actually right around when I started the YouTube channel and when I started the Instagram account for Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. So right around that time was the last time I saw this film. So it'll be really, really fun to revisit that movie. I should also say, now that I'm going through this whole set, that I want to give a huge shout out. So here are all the discs together, as you can see, to our patrons, because this movie, or this set rather, excuse me, was purchased with money from Patreon. So were it not for Patreon, you would not be seeing this, I would not have this, and I would not be able to do content on these films and this set. So let me know in the comments which one you'd like me to review first. I'm like inclined to maybe do like, as I was going through this, Black Lizard, 5 Element Ninjas, House of Traps, Masked Avenger, those were the ones that called to me the most. But if there's one in particular that you can see in this set that you think that's the one I want you to talk about ASAP, do let me know. I will probably, all the content I do from this set beyond this unboxing, so not this video, but any reviews I do or anything like that, I'll probably put up as Patreon early releases because, like I said, this is a set that was paid for by our patrons. But so that's the set, and then let me just show you what I got, and you can probably see. I don't know if you can see there, but it's a poster, and I believe it's just the same artwork as the front of the set, and I think they make 600 or 300, or there's like a limited number of X number of 100 of the sets that come with the poster. This is taped, and I don't have fingernails, and I don't have a knife on me, so I'm just gonna rip the paper and the tape off. I do have fingernails, but I bite my fingernails, so I don't have much fingernail too. Wow, this is really nice. This actually looks painted. I mean, maybe it's just a Photoshop effect. I don't know if they actually paid someone to paint this, but what it looks cool. It's more textured than it looks on the box for the case. But again, it might just be like Photoshop fuckery. But well, it looks cool. I don't know if you're getting glare on that. But so there you go. So that's the Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 4 set, which I picked up from Shout Factory with money from our patrons. So many, many thanks to our patrons. Go over to Patreon if you feel like it. There is a free tier on Patreon now. I don't think we have any content in that tier because I didn't know it existed until relatively recently. It was just like some feature that Patreon added. But it's there. But you can sign up for $2 a month, $5 a month. It enables us to buy releases like this, to make videos like this, and to cover these films. So my name is Will. You are watching Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. As always, we thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.